Well, well, well. Jamboree. All right. How you doing?
Fucker.
You fucker. We're already starting with this?
Move this man!
We're already starting with this. You and your whole shit. Well, I do deserve the applause. We are Jamboree. Today we hadn't done watercolors in a while. And Shasta was getting antsy. No, that applause was for me. That applause was clearly for me. Hi, Shasta. The laughter was.
What the fuck is that?
Hello, Kane Larkin. This is paper. This is paper. I've been a yawny guy today. And I couldn't find my pencil bin. And I don't know where a pencil sharpener is. So we might have to do this the old-fashioned way. With a knife. Damn right, Antsy. Hi, Kane. Shasta, I've never seen you more antsy. Oh my god! Hi, Amizu. God. How are you today? Eat farts? Oh my, why are you telling me to eat farts? I've moved past that phase in my life. Hi, Mud. The texture bugs you? Oh, yeah, after pastels. Yeah. Well, do you like, I mean, does that bother you about oils, though? Because oils have more texture, in my opinion. They really are, Maddie. Everyone's full of piss and vinegar today, it seems. How are you today, Mud? Okay. Alright. If you saw me after 3 cups of coffee and no toilet in sight, you change your tune, that's antsy. That's true. You're full of scrambled eggs. And piss and vinegar. No, I'm just gonna do the skull. We're gonna do the skull again. Oh, that sounds lovely. Sounds very fun, Mud. Garg, I want to make that that very sugary, chocolatey Thai drink that I sent you. I might make it for myself soon. It looks so good. I just need to go grab ice. You made za for lunch? I'm still eating that chicken salad. Mushroom tea. Sitting on a river with pizza and some drinks sounds really nice. Sounds really nice. Oh yeah, Muddy would destroy them. Hi, Pickles. I've never met anyone more ruthless than you, Mud. No worries, Pickles. Find peace in the little things. That's true. So I'm gonna try and be a lot more deliberate with my oil painting today, because I think like with pastels, I just want to keep on making marks. That doesn't really work well. Doesn't really work well in this watercolor. Okay, you can also slam a fish in conscious and live. I also did look into what it takes to make pastels, everybody, and super easy, kind of like everything. You just basically mix shit together. Sometimes it's sometimes there's like a clay in water and some like spike oil. I imagine there had to be mineral oil, but a lot of people didn't get like a couple of the ones I saw were just water, which made me think it was the chalk kind. But overall, there is a French one where I saw them mixing shit together, but it didn't go over their ingredients. I might try for a couple, but it depends on how much like if I like it, like in the future. Did I move this too far to the right, maybe? Let's restart. Guys turning into a draftsman. Well, you know, Amizu, as a job, I was, you know, you could have called me a drafts person. I've done thousands of engineering drawings. Yeah. The thing is, like, so they didn't mold any of the sticks that I saw, they weren't molding any of them. But, you know, the big issue I saw with all this shit was how bad the lighter colors were. So, like, would I just consider making, like, a couple of, like, pale yellows, a lemon yellow, a titanium white? This might, like, you know, some just brighter colors. I hope that went well, Draz. Start off with the nose and we'll just work out from the nose. Did you learn what you needed to learn? Or did you learn anything worth knowing, I should say? So I'm also going to spend a little bit more time on this drawing than you would normally see me do. Because I want to, I don't want to, since I can't rework the areas, I gotta be more decisive, and I gotta force myself to paint in the way I envision. So. Or I think what is like empirically a better way to approach watercolors. So even though I don't like doing outlines or outline drawings, this is going to be closer to one of those. All right, we'll have fun, Dress. I agree, Shas, though. Just means I just gotta do it, though, you know? Being intentional and gross. Well, you know, as you all know, I can paint pretty flippantly, just like going, you know, just like doing the next mark as I see it. And, you know, so like pastels, so here, let's talk about like the strengths. So why would I choose to use watercolors instead of just doing more oil paint? What is watercolors, using watercolors teach me to do that is unique? Well, watercolors really forces me to like actively think out and plan, right? It rewards you for obviously preparing, but like a proportionality in drawing, right? But thinking about a different relationship of contrast that watercolors forethought never. But like, you know, the difference between layering, you have milder contrasts available to you in general, right? You have to work light to dark, where oil paints you could do whatever the fuck you want. So I think there's definitive value. Where pastels, you are basically, it's like a blocking exercise, right? Because you can only think of in like kind of specific colors, right? Mixing is a lot differently. Your detail is going to be a lot less. Sorry, I'm just. Detail is going to be a lot more blocky. Oh my god! Oh, you fucker.
Tonight, you.
I agree, Shasta, but I think actively thinking about it really, there's a lot of benefit there. Bags. The archival is here. What about flying by the seat of your pants the whole time, Shasta? I mean, that's oil painting, right? Hi, green bags and enemies. Every one of my streams are. Buy my watercolors. Buy my watercolors. Instead of getting your child braces, you should buy my watercolors. All right? Your kid's teeth will fix themselves, okay? It's evolution. Don't eat the goddamn paint. 3 easy payments of $3,333,027. $0.27. And none of that doll hair bullshit that I have I've fallen for several times. A holy muddy lowercase mess. True. It can be. It depends on how excited I am for him. What is not working about this? Then and the teeth. Something's wrong with the teeth, I think. Now it seems short. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not. It's just, you know, I teach myself to paint in shape. Or think about things in shapes, right? So like I'm worried about, like, you know, the areas of value areas, right? Then like do I have to straighten that out. Is that too angled? How you doing, Silver, by the way? Hope you're well. Who's doing picture day at a high school? Oh, nice. High schoolers don't smile. Nah, that's all right. We all get to be cringy and weird. High schools are time to do that. You're still cringy and weird? I know, Mizu. You're looking at a pretty high angle, Shasta. I can't really show it to you. But I think it can work well. But we'll see. Oh my god! Starcat alien thingy! How could you? Yeah, we do watercolor from time to time. You tell him Mav on you? You better not. God, I'm not getting the angle of this jaw down. Does this just need to go deeper? All right, we ready to move the watercolors? That eye seems a little high, or this other eye, this area seems a little low. Now that I think about it. Maybe this as well. All right. Now the question is, I see like a green like a green shadow on the side. See a darker shadow right here. Then we can clean the silhouette. So like up here we can be a little bit looser, because I could just go in really dark on the side silhouette and clean up that edge. Right? Nose is fairly dark. So the question is, if we were to go in with one of these bad boys, and we literally just like start with like a clean mark halfway, knowing that we could, you know, all this stuff can handle at least one layer. There's probably a couple little highlights. Oh, the edge highlight here that maybe I leave empty. There's like one right there.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
No, you're not. No, you're not, Raj Burns. Not a chance. All right, Shasta. How aggressive should I be? Should I be aggressive? Be aggressive. Should I do a big brush stroke on like the side of the shadow with a greenish ultramarine blue? I could theoretically just do it with chromium oxide green and a little cobalt turquoise. That might be interesting. I could do yellow ochre and then follow it up with like a cobalt turquoise, but then that's just, I could theoretically just do that in one layer, right? I'd rather do that in one layer. I'll have to mix with these anyways. Okay. For your whites, you could wet the paper half-inch outside of where you want your whites to be first. Well, it's in the eye, so that would take up the entire area. So I think this is not the paper that spreads out too. So let's make a desaturated green. And I guess we don't need to use the big brush. We'll muddy this up with the colors that I have here. Yeah, it's the arches, it's like the smoother one from Arches. So we're gonna try and go light. Oh, you're thinking of going left background first? I think I gotta punish myself, Shasta. Yeah. We're keeping this pretty... I think I gotta be punished for making mistakes. So I'm gonna once again go... I'm going in with less water than what I normally do. Because I can clean up this edge on the skull. I can't go too far. Okay. I'm also going to be more patient. I'm going to be more patient. I'll let this dry. Fully. Well, I also could throw in there. Now the question is, how do I want to alter those? Do I want to make them more green, or do I want to make them lift back towards white paper later? Oh, yeah. Question is, do I just go over everywhere except the bright areas now with just like, I could do like a yellow ochre, or I could keep it brighter. Do I want to keep it that one note, or do I desaturate it? It is like a pale yellow. And we could do a very... I have an idea. Because pale just means more desaturated, let more of the paper come through. But I don't want that much green in there. So we'll make this very loose. I mean, very, very watery. Yeah. We'll go in with one of the big brushes. That probably doesn't even work well for watercolors, but that's fine.
Move this man!
Don't you boo me. We gotta keep this in areas... Oh yeah, I gotta be careful with the amount of water that I do this in. Okay. Apparently that's... Keep it out of there. I don't care about hitting there. That will be enough. Don't you boo me, Kaylin. Won't touch there. Alright, let's let things dry. I do got the big brush. You can't, Kaylin. You're gonna start getting demerits. You're gonna start getting demerits for booing me. So everybody, how's those local sports teams?
Suggested the president will...
How excited are we for Thursday night football? I know Kaylin's excited for Thursday night football, everybody. I know Mud's excited too. Mud lives for Thursday night football. Same with Shasta. I heard you're playing in the game. I heard you're playing in the NFL tomorrow, Kaylin. Nope, nope, nope. That's true, Raj Burns. Well, I don't know. I have it on good authority. I have it on good authority, Galen. So I'm gonna leave all these dark. I know I should hit this eye with something, and I'm tempted to just hit it with chrome, with a heavier amount of yellow ochre to start off with. So I could take it in either routes. I could hit it heavily with chromium oxide green or yellow ochre. I feel like yellow ochre would be the more interesting choice, though. You forget how American media works, Kalen. You think we check our sources anymore? We live in a dictatorship. You like the chromium oxide idea? Okay. I'm tempted between the both. You know what we could do? Shasta, should I be aggressive? Be aggressive. Mars Red. Here's what I was thinking. If I wanted to be aggressive, Shasta, was chromium oxide green and cobalt turquoise for this eye, and some areas of the teeth, for the teeth right there. What do you think of that? Too aggressive? All right. I got the green light, everybody. We're gonna get weird with it. Cobalt turquoise, a fantastic. I could have done phthalo blue. Phthalo, we're gonna be a little careful with this, because these are both strong colors. Well, I think I wanted more than that, but like strength in the. But that's fine. I gotta be careful with the angle I'm painting on how much these will drip. So then I was thinking of also laying down a little bit right there. And using this for like a little bit of teeth shadow. I could, well, alright. Here's my next idea, is I'm going to use, I hope this is ultramarine blue. I think this will be ultramarine blue. Let's mix them like ultramarine blue. For the shadow. With some of the excess green. Tis the season. Now don't forget, everybody, you can get your badly made watercolors today, okay? They'll make your wiener grow 14 inches per use. 14 inches per use. So this is probably a mistake, because that seems like it's too strong. So let's just... I didn't like how that looked. I didn't like how that looked. Maybe we just go in more with... Where's my phthalo? Is this my phthalo? I don't think that's phthalo. No. Is this it? That's it. Oh boy, there we go. I don't like doing that with more color. Let's see. I want to get the dark of that nose in there so I can see how dark that actually is. So I don't want to go over it a billion times and just make it super dark and then it just looks like, you know, you want to keep things relative to each other. So I think I'm gonna try and make this like a purple. Really dark purple. And then at the end we'll add some burnt umber to it to neutralize it a little bit. Kind of a black I use with oil painting a lot, by the way. Is either phthalo blue or ultramarine blue with quinacridone magenta mixed with a little bit of burnt umber. That's a chromatic black I use a lot. So I want to hit that area with something slightly warm. So let's go take some of these blues and greens that we have in the palette, add some yellow ochre and maybe a smidge of red. Whenever we get a little too red, we'll just add a little bit more. But I want to get this something in for this shadow. Let's wait. Let's give it a minute. I remember you were at 3 last time too, Kaylin. maybe. We could do that outside silhouette. Like we could lay down the dark on this side right here. Yes. Chromium oxide is a very interesting pigment for watercolor. Question is, did I just ruin this? Is that true, Omizu? get that side silhouette. No worries. No worries, Kaylin. Wilkins! You dirty bastard! How are you doing? Yeah, it's been a bit. Oh, fucked up that. We'll recover that. This is just like right. Well, thank you, Wilkins. We're painting from life. In one of our rare watercolor streams, or rarer. How have you been? What have you been up to? And where have you been? Let's lift dry. He said the thing. Alright, now here's... I'm on the brink of reworking stuff already too much. We're on the brink. I know it, you know it. The American people know it. Truest thing I've ever said. Glad I didn't have to say anything. I'm keeping an eye on it. Just I get you so used to like putting in like direct contrast, right? That it's like it's hard to like move myself out of thinking that way. Oh, all right. What's all this then? That's my impression of you, Amy. Watercolor. Hi, zebra. Hello, governor. No, you're Cockney. Hello, governor. Exactly how you speak. Exactly how you speak. I'll cock your knee. I dare. What? What? How are you doing today, though, Amy? That makes me think of this. Maybe like up here. I'm overworking it. It's happened. I've already fucked it up. Nice. What are you having for dinner? Yeah, I just feel it, Shasta. cottage cheese and salad wraps. I'm not a cottage cheese boy. Never have been. That's true, Shasta. It always kind of just grossed me out. All right, let's let things dry. I agree with that, Shasta. Well, that's good. Yeah, but paneer is a lot different than cottage cheese. Like, I'd eat paneer. You like it with pretzels and... I actually kind of like the teeth. I don't mind how the teeth turned out, or how the teeth are turning out. I think these last marks were good. And aggressive, but not stupid. The eyes are a goddamn mess, though. We're gonna let things dry, though. And here's the big announcement. Whoever buys something from me next will get this for free. We'll get this for free. And this will be worth billions after I'm assassinated. We all know it. I am losing money. Bonus curse skull with the very next. Yep, exactly. So don't forget to get your badly made paints or paintings today. Snake oil. Oh, I forgot to do the thing you put in the mod. I asked you to put yesterday. The snake oil is on its way, everybody, okay? I assure you, okay? As the only ethical snake oil salesman, it's on the way, everybody. And it will live up to everything I've said. everything. There's no way it couldn't. It cures all cancers. Well, that's bodied oil. That's in my paints already, Shaz. I mean, Amy. That's in my paints already. That's my bodied oil. Yeah, wait, let's think about that. Dr. Badley's, yeah. Well, there's stray pubes in the paints, Amy Jo. I'm willing to guarantee it that there's at least a pube in every paint I sell. Hi, Emmy. Sham. This is not a sham. I am not a flim-flam man. How dare you? Sham flam? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Not a film flam man, but maybe a flip flop man. Either works. Sounds like porn names though. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna oil paint next. Are you a flan man? I dabble in flan. I dabble. How about you, Amy? Yeah, I mean, it's not something I go nuts for. It's not something I'd really ever order, but if somebody's like, hey, I brought flan, I'd be like, oh, cool. And I'd eat some. Didn't you redeem that, Maddie, and I haven't done anything with that yet? Have I just forgotten about that? But I don't think I ever deducted it from your points. You never officially redeemed it? Okay. I mean, you can. You can redeem it. Do eat. I don't think I'm ever gonna be Maddie, I can't reliably say I'll ever be in the mood to do like at any given point to do portrait to do celebrity portraits. So I don't think it matters when you redeem.
Fire the nuclear weapons.
Oh my god, hooray! Tensetsu. My god. Oh my god. Indeed, it was a raid. Welcome in. What are you working on? Post your links or else. Are we going to be awful and combine my channel points with myth? I thought there was in talks of it, but that's on you to organize, Amy. What were you guys gonna combine? Give me those links, Densatsu. I'm not seeing any. Oh, that's awesome. I hope the Kickstarter went well. You make it go well. Good. Everyone go check out that Kickstarter. Or else. Oh god, I got a case of the yawns. Ugh, I'm a tired guy. Well, thank you very much for the raid, Densetsu. That's good to hear. Yeah, I could sleep right now, which is interesting because I've been having tons of sleeping issues recently. Sleepy guy. Oh god. Oh, everybody start yawning. Oh my god. We should probably take a quick break. Let me stand up for a second and get these yawns. I'll change my water out. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll see everybody in about 5 minutes. Alright. And several poops. And we'll see you when we get back. You can't do it, you gotta stay up for the rest of the stream. Alright everybody, we'll see you in 5. Oh my god, we're back. Oh my god. So many poops. So many poops, it should be a crime. Oh my god. I should be taken to jail for how many poops just occurred. To jail. That one came in a lot stronger. This one dried stronger than I expected. Oh, I forgot to grab water. Minute! Hold on, I gotta go grab more water. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. What would be... this? Could have just had a paper towel and I don't know what it is. Give me a minute. Gosh darn it. Oh, God. Thank you, Will. Oh, that was disgusting. Yep. Doing a watercolor stream. I went too low with this, huh? we should probably mark that. Oh. Take it slow. Is that too much? It's close to what I see. And the chiclets. So there's probably going to be an aggressive brush mark. We'll see how this turns out. His character. Oh, it's Yeah, I mean, bismuth has a lot of balls in it with regards to well, it's one of the more interesting watercolor pigments I've come across. Because it's more opaque in watercolors than it is in oils, interestingly enough. Even though it's fairly opaque in oils. In watercolors, it just stands out. And I probably was a little bit too aggressive with it just now. Just everywhere, I think. Because it stains as well. God, is it a good one. But let's see if we could do this. Just really light. September, I think. Clackers. Huevos. Cállate su flanhole. The fuck? The fuke? That was an old saying. I think it was a Chris Farley quote from a Saturday Night Live. The Cállate su flanhole. I think it was a Mick Foley, not Mick Foley, the van down by the river guy at like a Mexican family. I did look into OBS. I did some more things today. So far they seem to be working. So Kayata is shut up, shut your flan hole, or essentially Another way of shutting your mouth, saying shut your mouth. ¿Por qué? So yeah, if you want to tell somebody to shut up, cállate. Might have to. You might have to go dig up a skull Shasta and paint it. Just like what I didn't do. I procured this fake skull. Definitely fake. From an untraceable site called Temu. No, I never shopped at Temu. Fuck Temu. Fuck Amazon too, but I'd rather shop at Amazon than Temu. Try not to shop at either, though. Definitely. Good, Shasta. Good. You're definitely on the square. Wink! Definitely on the up and up, that Shasta. Blink! Watch, pretty soon I'm gonna get you all into, every one of you is gonna be buying props. We're gonna have homes full of props. Even mud. Wink! Wink! Even mud will have no clue why they have so many props, but they'll have props. Really, Justin? God, Phthalo Blue is a very good water. Phthalo Blue translates extremely well to watercolors. Oh my god! How you doing, Salt? How was the river and beers? And pizza? Hey-o! What's up? Do you have the flight off any other river otters for your pizza? Oh, fight off and... Well, that is nice. There is a Scamazon Prime. I do like having dinner with live music. That can be quite fun. Oh, little Glenn Miller? Okay. I haven't used any burnt sienna in this one. Maybe let's see what this feels like. There's a couple marks that I think this would be useful for. I fucked up this right here. This eye I kind of just fucked up in general, huh? Should have left this brighter. Because now I gotta make this darker to differentiate those lines, I think. 'Is that true? Is that how you feel, Shasta? That could have gone farther left. $12-inch. I mean, that's not that crazy, Salt. I don't know if you're saying that was really expensive. Yeah, $8 pints, 18-inch, $18 small pizza. That's probably like, I mean, it's still a foot though, so that's probably around what you pay around here. Yeah, no, I get it. It's different. I'm used to Illinois prices. $8 pints is a lot, regardless of where you're at. Like $8 pints is like Saturday night at like a city bar, so or it'd be like suburbs bar. It'd be like $5. Even now. Yeah, but still pricey. I'm overworking this. It's probably better than a few of the random ones I've done. I mean, the ones I've done recently, there's still a lot of issues with it. I'm definitely, that was the intent with this one, Salt, was to be more meticulous. So yeah, that's, I think that, you know, it's, I'm being less flippant, goddamn, than I have been in the past. So yeah, and thank you, Salt. So I ordered some last night. I ordered some lemon yellow pastels and some or like they were only like $5 for like a few of the sticks, but I got lemon yellow from a decent brand and white from another brand. So I'm hoping that those will give me better results. Yeah, I like we got this. We kept this one in here. This one I messed up on. Right here is where I messed up the most. But we have light values in here. I fucked up on the dimension of this eye. Well, thank you, Will. I hope it's titanium. I just hope it'll be more opaque. Or that I could apply it over a dark color with pastels. So I'm just going to test them. I'm going to test them out. I was also worried about if I had enough of the brights because they were going pretty fast on me yesterday. But if those suck... Thank you, Mud. Yeah, so I got a lemon yellow and titanium white. Well, yeah, in the oil paints, it was a cadmium lemon yellow or a cadmium yellow that drove me up the wall with the student grade paints too. It was always them because like they were such blatantly ripoffs. And like, you know, the greens were good because those all used, I guarantee it, because they used phthalo blue. Well, I'm talking about for oil paints. It was a Utrecht student grade lemon yellow that drove me up a fucking wall. Where it's like I could like almost like mix other some, like there were some colors I could just infinitely add that yellow to and it wouldn't make a goddamn difference. And I went through like a huge tube. I went through like a 175 milliliter tube insanely fast because it just like, and I was wasting so much paint because I couldn't like, it would not tint. And, you know, I didn't know as much back then either. Yeah. Well, so those pastel sticks yesterday, you know, the whites and the brights, like if I had like even like a mid-tone and I was using the sticks over them, they would just blend so much harder. And I get it, they blend, but they didn't have the strength to like go up with it. So you could just like keep on going over, and if it mixed, you know, you were kind of fucked. And I needed some power there. I need some balance. But the color, like, so I was saying that the greens were most likely made with phthalo blue, so regardless of how almost watered down, they were still going to be decently strong, right? That's the same thing with like student grade paints. If you have like Viridian or things that could be made with phthalo blue, they're going to turn out fine. If you had ones like with like cheap pigments also, so like a lot of like, you know, earth colors are going to be fine enough. But in titanium white, extremely strong and opaque, generally fine. But then you get to the yellows, reds and oranges, that essentially is like all the pigments are expensive for the ones that are very saturated. So then they just like, they cheap out on those the most. Greens and blues, blacks, whites are easy. Purples are expensive too, but nobody really buys purple paints that much. Oh yeah. So yeah, dimensionally, this eye a little problematic. There, obviously, like dimension of the skull was a little off. I try to get this as straight down, but we're at an angle. We're at about like a 30-degree angle on this thing. So this isn't straight up and down in front of me. This is like angled, you know, about 30 degrees. Zinc maybe, or just very little pigment. I think just very little pigment. Zinc is strong enough. Oh yeah, and I think I definitely did take it too far on certain areas, right? I love the idea of just making like a couple, like doing like a layer and then maybe doing one finishing stroke on top of it. And maybe we'll do that as a challenge at some point, right? Where I'm only like allowed to go over an area twice at most. And I think maybe that's a healthier way to think about this in general, is that like you could only do 2 layers. Up to 2 layers, mind you. Oh, they are saw, right? Like that's why it's just so tough. I mean, if you saw me do the pastels yesterday, it's just like my oil painting where I just goes like keep on going over, you know, just put more and more and more, or scrape off and then put more, you know. But this, it's just like there's a big finality to it. This is what's tough about watercolors. But once again, what does this teach us? This teaches us planning, right? Like being like making confident brush strokes, right? It does help with like, you know, colors and layering, even though that's like a very foundational skill. They do tons of build up, but they paint like they're painting in a much different way. They're not painting impressionistically. They're painting watercolors for like hyperrealism. So it's like they are, or you know, high realism they're going for. So they're going to use less water than I do. They're going to use smaller amounts of paint than I do, and they'll make smaller marks. Exactly, so right, like so it's like if they're like obviously, so I could do that, but I don't want to do that, right? Like that's not how I. That's not why I'm painting watercolors, right? Is to do like a higher realism. Yeah, Shasta. And that's one thing, like, you know, that's part of the planning, right? But it's like, how does this contribute to like my oil painting, right? Is once again understanding like contrast and how to get them stand out. I could have done this better, but like, you know, this works okay enough, right? Obviously playing around with like saturation, like, so like this can help me with like saturation contrast a lot, versus like just straight color. Well, But like this like really hits a different part of the brain, right? The planning of this. It's a different part of the brain that is quite the challenge. Like watercolors is so much tougher than oil, to me, is so much tougher than oil painting and pastels. Because it feels like I would have to fundamentally retrain my brain to like I'm just so like into just like go, do, paint, you know, color, see, look, color, right? Or this is like, look, will that work? Will this color work? Well, how saturated, like how much water do I put in this? Because how intense do I want that color to be, right? Like and I can't hit this other area. Like it's a difference between like taking stairs down versus me just like rolling the boulder down the hill and just letting it go. Right? I'd say that's like a good analogy on how I do oil painting versus watercolor. Yeah, exactly. All right, Sisyphus. I'm philosophizing, Amy. Damn it. We're having a reflection. We should also talk about what I should set up next. Anyone got any good perverted ideas? Anyone got any good perverted ideas for painting? Oh, a bullshitter. Show us your Sisyphusing. Well, do you got $10, so? Well, thank you, Amizu. Yeah, that's true. I would love to like have a cigar and paint at the same time. That'd be fun. I haven't watched it in since I was a child, Mud. I need to rewatch it. Yeah, we're talking about over the boulder shoulder holders. Wait, over the shoulder boulder holders, which is another name for bras. Oh yeah, everyone who like likes it loves it. Essentially, is what I've seen with that, but not everybody has just watched it. All right, so what should I set up for my next oil painting, everybody? I got the toilets, but they're too heavy to carry up by myself. They're actually quite heavy. One of the toilets is probably like 90 pounds. The other one was probably like 70. So we can't use the toilets. Where's my toxic masculinity? I left that with my promise to my mom that I wouldn't carry that up by myself. I need a better two-wheeler to get it up. Well, I don't know. Did you guys redeem it? Well, thank you, Silver Grains. Silver Grains. So we can do the Brendan Fraser, but it has to be redeemed in the Discord officially, and HR has to approve it. That's true. Well, Maddie and Amy were talking about redeeming something. You're gonna dig into your soul currency, Mud? But what could I set up? There's that one. That one will kind of be tough to set up. Cubes. How many points are you at, Mud, right now? Out of curiosity. Are we talking about oily points or channel points? $1 million. I would do that for 1 million points. I would do that for 1 million points, yeah. Don't try and butter me up and saying I can complain. No, I'd do it. I'd give it a college try. I don't half-ass those type of things. I'm not a complainer. Why is everybody calling me a complainer? Whole ass or go home, exactly. I'm complaining about you calling me. I'm not whining.
Okay, Kyle, you're being a negative Nancy. Stop it. Okay, unless you want everyone to call you negative Nancy from now on.
It's really just fuck her o'clock, huh? What could I paint? I had an idea of putting Ricardo in a yoga pose. It's fucker. One of the titles.
Fucker.
You're a fucker. One of the titles. You could do Ricardo in yoga poses.
Fucker.
That might be hard to set up, though. Is there a yoga pose that means a lot to people in general? Sports poses? I don't have the sports outfits, though. That is true, Shasta. That would be a good one, Omizu. I agree. Do you have a sports balls and hats? I have a motorcycle helmet. I don't have sports helmets. I have some sports balls. Downward Dog is a classic, that's true. Baby! Belating himself? I don't know if I could paint that where it would come across that well, right? Well, I could put something like a penis. I have a good fake cucumber. I have real cucumbers too. Imagination. Kissing his own ass, head up his own ass. Well, I do have a prop thong that's pretty funny that I think would work well with Ricardo. So I was thinking of a yoga pose in that thong and maybe curly hair, like he's like a 70s porn actor, but doing yoga. Crisscross applesauce, Ricardo meditating. We could do meditating in a thong. With like, I'm talking like the perv dude curly hair, like the Jerry curl, and like a gold chain and a mustache. Yeah, I could do that. Jazzercise. If I had leg warmers, I could do the jazzercise. That dong 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 dong. I don't have dreadlocks. So the thong is kind of like it's a little bit Borat thong where it goes over the shoulders. That I bought. Got it for like $1. That was something secret I kept from all of you. Yeah, I think that could work. Yeah, the shoulders, like the thong straps go over the shoulders, Shasta. It's not a secret anymore, that is true. All night long, let me see that dawn. Can't we say that about all my paintings, Salt? Well, no. So just imagine, imagine like an eye patch over the crotch that connects to like through the taint, just over the butthole, and then the straps, like two thin like spaghetti string straps over the shoulders. That's the thong I bought Ricardo. Exactly. Yeah, Shasta, like the movie Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen wore a like neon yellow thong like that. And it became kind of a popular thing. Yeah, you sweet summer child, Shasta. Shasta, if you'd like, look up Borat thong. Yeah. Baby. Do I still have a yoga mat? I think I should. I don't know, Shasta. I think it's worth it. Just to know. I mean, you don't see anything. Technically. So I could look up, I could do some research on yoga thirst traps. Stage a mukbang for, I could do that. I think I need to like, you know what I need to do? Yeah, research, exactly. I'm gonna do hours of research. It sounds horrible, fair enough. You know what I could do though? I could save some packaging from fast food the next time I eat there. Because I like, what I could do is I could like fake a fast food mukbang. Yeah, that makes sense, Amy Jo. So I should save fast food packaging for like a mukbang scene. The problem is if I use actual food from it, see, there's a couple issues with doing a mukbang that actually has food in it. If I do one of that size, is it just not? I'm gonna need more than one session. So I don't think I could use actual food. I have to like imply food with like packaging. Yeah. Origam. Origam. Thank you for the follow. Talking about possible paintings for setups. But I do like the idea of doing a mukbang. Thank you. Baker Ricardo. Flour and such. Well, I always wanted to do the cocaine Scarface one, Mud. Using flour. Binging with Ricardo. That could work. We do like Ricardo's hands, like with a knife and food and stuff like that. Like the old Binging with Babish. Oh, you're welcome, Aura. If they had recognizable stuff, right? The Townsends, yeah, the Townsends would be funny. Well, see, then it would turn to like Ricardo around the world, right? Where I would like just bring Ricardo and paint the YouTubers with Ricardo in there. Yeah. Like if like Rhett and Link, yeah, we're sitting at the table and then Ricardo was just sitting there as well. And then that's just the painting. Who's flat? There's a lot to think about. Well, what could I do on, not tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday. What could I paint on Friday? What could I start on Friday? So we have to do a quick stream on Friday because I'm going to my parents again on Friday night because I got a wedding I got to drive 5 hours to on Saturday. Start these nuts. Oh, fuck you! Amy. You raggedy bastard. Fish. Quick stream, Matthew McConaughey. I have to do another touch-up on that, Matthew. I figured out what was off about it. I wouldn't mind doing one where like it's like Ricardo and stuff was visible in the background, but not a focal point. Same with the mannequin. I don't have any charcoal. That's Mr. Raggedy Bastard to you. Thank you very much. We'll see. We'll see if I remember. I know it's not. I know charcoal is not. Oh, it's not like charcoal's not that expensive. It's just that like. That's truly something that I wouldn't intend on doing on any regular basis. Yeah, I you know, without color, I kind of hate anything without color. Just straight up, no doubt. Value work. This is value work. Same with the pastels. You sons of bitches. Fine if you all want to do it. I think there's a lot less value than just doing it with color. I could do I do like a idea of a still life with like Ricardo and Plasticia in the background. Or I could play around with like the what the fuck is it called? Where I could have something really close to the camera and something far back to make it look, you know, one looks a lot larger than the other. Yeah, that could be a way to do it. Thank you. Forced perspective. I could play around with a forced perspective thing. Like Plasticia's hand, like up close. And I could have like Ricardo sitting on the hand. If I could line that up, like the hand, like Plasticia's hand and Ricardo. But the problem is like, how do I put Ricardo like looking like he's sitting properly? I don't know. That might be something to do though. I have a lot of plans for that. I just need more stuff. I have a couple. I actually have a Lautrec and a couple Kaibots that I want to recreate. Amy, I need like a piece of furniture and probably another skeleton for both. Your penis in the background, a very large banana in the background. You. That could be funny with like just like a big banana like crushing Ricardo. What is that? Is that like, is it called vor? What's that like crusher like kink called? The one where like guys think like women are big and like, I guess other like the person they're attracted to is like big and like wants to like eat them. Vor is everyone hold. Yeah, I mean I plan on getting another skeleton at some point for props. What's the one where they're just larger? When they're just like a giant and you're tiny. It's just size difference? Huh. I could do some allusion to that. No, I know what feeder and feedee is. More is being eaten, yeah. Yeah, right? Like Tinkerbell's a good example. There's that there was a movie from the 50s or 60s that had a really large woman in it for that reason. But then there was like a recent like, you know, exploitation, probably softcore porno of that like 50-foot, 60-foot cheerleader film. Yeah, there's Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, and then there was a current one of like Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader as well. That was done by some real scuzzballs. Only 2 feet. I didn't know you had kids, Todd. But so I could probably do some stuff like that. I still need to make the other cast. I want to make a cast of my left foot. I want to do 2 casts of my left foot. So I could involve one of those too. I could create a cast of my hand like this, and then like Ricardo sitting on my hand too with force perspective. Fair enough, Todd. No, there's a lot we can do. I gotta think of it. If anyone has any suggestions. Anonymous. You sick bastard. Rudy into Ricardo's hand. Yeah, no, we could do that. Like, you know, oh, maybe like Ricardo's gonna eat Rudy. Anonymous will find you. Hey, both of these are Rudy, okay? Rudy's gotten more attention recently than he had. The skull in the eggplant one is Rudy as well. Rudy's go on his, you know, all-time high right now. That son of a bitch. Fuck you, Rudy. Don't feel bad for Rudy. I wouldn't mind that though. Yeah, we could do force perspective with Ricardo and Rudy. Ricardo eating Rudy, maybe. No, if I get another skeleton, it'll be another Ricardo, which I do think I will be getting. I would like another mannequin. I'd like another full skeleton. Then I think I'd have enough like people props. Because I'd also eventually like to do paintings where like an actual person is posing with like the skeletons and stuff like that. Yeah, one gifted sub gives me a hype train. Times is tough, everybody. Times is tough. The problem is the mannequin is doesn't really, extremities don't really move. They're all locked in. Anonymous to green bag. Thank you, Salt. You're giving a gifted sub to my third biggest mortal enemy. You son of a bitch. Maddie, you're going to be on the special commission to find out who Anonymous is and to destroy them. Thank you for the bits. All right. Well, I think I might have some ideas. Exactly, Shasta. Well, Maddie, you're gonna have to create a official government report, and then you're gonna have to read it in front of everybody. Sub-penultimate? A little bit. So we could do yoga, we could do Ricardo eating Rudy. That sounds like a mistake, Todd. Or are they expecting a lot less business right now because the economy's going to shit? All right, should we call it here? I think I have some inspiration for a painting. Thank you, Salt. We'll name this one here. Deal. Well, and don't forget, we're going to be having a, oh, not a lot of people are streaming right now. We're going to be having a, oh wait, there's more than I thought. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, everybody's streaming. We're going to be having a plein air week soon, I think. No pizza. We can't, it's not in the budget. You too, Omizu. Have a good night. It's not in the budget, okay? We can't, right now, we can't flippantly give the 2 liters of RC and the lean cuisine pizza, okay? Unless it's really deserved. Let's see. We could raid. We haven't. When's the last time we raided Poison Jackal? Yeah, I think it's.
Oh my God!
Anonymous! You goddamn son of a bitch!
Fart in your general direction!
I shit in yours! Maddie, find Anonymous! Find him! I know, Greenback, isn't this Anonymous horrible and evil? All right, everybody, we're going to be rating Poison Jackal. All right. I believe they're from a make-believe place called New Zealand, which I know for a fact doesn't exist, so I'm curious where all these people actually live. I mean, should we wait? Should we wait for the hype train? They would be deranged. I think Anonymous is deranged. Well, it's the power. It's how else am I going to fight Anonymous, Amy Jo? All right, New Zealand's a myth. All right, so everybody just write that in Poison Jackal's chat. New Zealand's a myth. All right, everybody. Yeah, all right, we're running. Greenbag, I'll see you in hell. Have a good one, everybody. New Zealand's a myth.
Oh my God!
Anonymous!